My name is Joseph Nardone. I live in the East Ward Ironbound section. Both candidates have spoken about the storm runoff and the river. My question to you is that, and you don't have to be a mayor to do this, but as I have been on the EPA Citizen Advisory Board to clean up the Passaic River since 2009. We have gotten what is called the final feasibility study, which will determine how the Passaic River is going to be cleaned up. And the EPA refuses to release that study, and they are being blocked by the polluters in Washington. What are you going to do to get that study released as soon as possible, just as a citizen, and if it's delayed or changed, to work to clean up the Passaic River as mayor?
You know, again, the Passaic River is one of the most polluted waterways in the United States and in the world. And other cities have been able to redevelop themselves along their waterways. So we've seen Baltimore redevelop itself along the harbor. We've seen Jersey City build some development there along their waterway. So this is a tremendous asset that frankly needs to be remedied and also contribute to the growth of the city of Newark. And so we're going to use every lever in our toolkit, and we're going to raise our voice. You have a mayor who's going to be very loud and vocal on this. We're going to want to partner with the State Department of Environmental Protection to put pressure on the federal EPA, not only to release reports, and that's very important. Transparency is very important. So, but we not only want these reports released, we want the Passaic River cleaned up. That's the outcome we're looking for. We're not simply looking for reports, but we're looking for a cleaner waterway that's not simply an area that attracts pollutants, that attracts toxins, that then pushes back up into the atmosphere that Norkers are breathing, and that is causing more and more Norkers to die and to be in unhealthy situations and higher cancer rates as well.
Mr. Baraka.
So one, I supported that years and years ago, and I still support it today. Presently, I organized with groups in the East Ward when I was just fresh out of college, trying to get them to clean up the Passaic River, to save the Riverbank Park, all those kinds of things. And I'll do that again, and I'll do it even more vociferously as the mayor of the city. I think it's important that we begin not only to put pressure on those, those organizations, but pressure on the governor of the state of New Jersey as well, because they are responsible to him. And like I said earlier, we have to have a regional strategy. The Army Corps of Engineers is down there now, doing work now on projects that benefit them and benefit the national and federal and state scene. We have to get them to work on behalf of Newarkers, on behalf of people from Bayonne, on behalf of people from Clifton and Jersey City and Elizabeth. We have to bring these mayors together and create a plan of action and say, this is what we need in this region. So we forget that Newark is a part of a growing region. And so we have to stop calling Newark this brick city, this individual place, and begin to refer to it as a regional city and begin to solicit the help and the support of mayors from other cities and from assembly folks from other cities and have a state plan for this region.
All right, thank you. The last question in the public section, then we'll do our 2-minute closes for each candidate. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. All right, Brother Jeffries, you said that you know that when the Bayonne Bridge opens, that will cause more pollutants, which will cause people to die. And so they need to give us more money in a new deal with the port. Are you saying that as long as the city of Newark gets more money, then the deaths or the loss of life is justified in your mind? I am sure you are not saying this. Since we are talking about clean air, we would give you a chance to clean this up. But we only got one question. So my question is...
Thank you. Go ahead.
Talking about the port and the super whatever on Freeland Heights and Avenue in regards to clean air and cancer may have gone over some of our heads. Let's talk about something more closer to home about cancer. Ross Baraka, the principal
Can you get to a specific question?
I'm getting there, please.
Please ask a question.
Yes, I am. I'm asking.
Thank you.
Ross Baraka, the principal of Central High School, at his last class, Ross Baraka, the principal, would walk several blocks away to a local
It's
corner
not
store.
a question.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm getting to it.
It's not a question.
It is, ma'am. It is.
It's not. You need to, excuse me.
Okay,
You either have to get to the question, or we'll have to ask another person to ask the
The
question.
question is that, okay,
Let's leave on a good note, okay? Come on.
What I'm saying is that, all right, Ross Baraka goes down and he guards against. I'm asking Jeffries, would he do something in this regard to save our kids from cancer? That's all I want to ask.
I'm sorry, but I'm not really clear on what the question is, so
I think
Can
Jeffries
you-
would like to answer the question.
please, okay? Not everybody is able to ask a question in a way that's clear. So if you can't be clear, we can't know how to answer. So can you, Miss Gaddy, can you help him be clear on that question? Okay. All right. So,
I have a question.
all right. So since we're not able to get to that question, we're actually going to come to our close.